Bangkok Metropolitan Administration proudly presents Bangkok Day Out.
Hello and welcome to Bangkok Day Out. I've just come by the BTS to the Pakkad station, and we're on our way to visit an ancient palace which I'm told is really serene and peaceful despite being right in the center of this bustling metropolis surrounded by all of these skyscrapers. Sounds a little bit unbelievable, doesn't it? Well, let's go and take a look. Well, I've just taken a 5-minute stroll from the BTS station and it looks like I've arrived. One person, please. Great, thank you. Before you can go inside, obviously you need to buy a ticket. You'll also get some interesting information about the palace and the different parts and its history, and a fan to keep cool.
Suan Pakkad Palace Museum was the home of Prince Jumpotpong Baripat and his wife. They owned a large collection of culturally significant artworks and artifacts considered precious by historians. The 3 traditional Thai houses in the front are more than 100 years old. Currently, Suan Pakkad Palace Museum is maintained by the Jumpot Pantip Foundation and consists of 8 traditional Thai houses, the Jumpot Pantip Building and the Lacquer Pavilion.
Each of the traditional Thai houses here contain artifacts and tools of a different variety. The house that we're about to look in first contains traditional Thai musical instruments.
The downstairs area of the first traditional Thai house is a musical museum. It displays musical instruments from the private collection of the prince's father, who loved Thai music and had his own Thai musical orchestra. He was regarded as the father of Thai music. The upstairs area of the first traditional Thai house displays ancient artworks and artifacts from different eras, such as a model castle made from carved wood and glass.
Now these wooden doors are about 200 years old. They're made of teak wood and they depict the Sang Tong story. Just look at how intricate the detail is. It really is amazing.
In addition to the artwork and artifacts found in Thailand, the prince collected pieces from abroad, such as an ancient axe from Indonesia and a statue of Shiva and Parvati in the same body from Cambodia. All the items displayed are not only historically important, they're also very rare and precious. The second traditional Thai house is a guest house. It contains a carved wooden bed which was used when the prince died to hold his body before cremation. It also holds precious objects like decorative glassware and precious perfume bottles from European countries. The lower level of the second traditional Thai house is home to beautiful and unique stones found within Thailand and abroad. The room is appropriately named Alibaba's Cave.
This is the third of the houses, and it's kind of an ancient drawing room. And as you can see, it's full of different kinds of artwork. At the far end here, we have an example of an ancient palanquin used by aristocrats for transport in the old days. These are very interesting. These are prints from the Ayutthaya period.
The third traditional Thai house has a collection of important Buddha images, sacred Buddhist scripts, and beautiful and ornate Thai porcelain.
We're now here in the fourth house, and this table in the center of the room is of Japanese style and was used for VIP guests. Now, when it's not being used, it can be stored away in the floor and only raised when needed. The same can be said for the rest of this room. It can be raised up and one long dining table can be created. Now, this was typical of designers of the day. They were very space conscious.
Inside this room, there are a number of important Buddha statues. Of particular importance is a gold-plated bronze Buddha in the walking position, made around the 13th or the 14th century.
We're now in the fifth house, which displays a number of different historic artifacts from the Ban Chiang village. Now, this village is known for its pottery and for also having some of the most beautiful and complete examples in the world.
The sixth traditional Thai house is a museum of Khon masks. These masks were used in performance arts for the Thai upper classes. These performances were based on the story of Ramayana, where the god Narayana turned into a human to fight demons, a metaphor for evil in the world. The seventh traditional Thai house is home to ceramics from the Sukhothai period, which was around the 13th or 14th century. It also contains ancient Chinese ceramics from different eras. The eighth and final traditional Thai house in Suan Pakkad Palace Museum displays personal belongings of the prince from Thailand and abroad.
As well as the 8 traditional houses here at the palace, there's also this lovely lacquer pavilion. Now, this thing is hundreds of years old, thought to be built between 1657 and 1688, not here, but in the city of Ayutthaya.
As I come upstairs, I discover something beautiful and very precious, a mural of the life of Buddha.
You know, there's just so much detail in these pictures that I feel like I can sense the nature, the mountains, the movement of the rivers. It's as if they're alive in front of me. It really is remarkable.
Next to the lacquer pavilion is a display of the royal barge, an ancient boat 19 meters long, made of Dakian wood and golden teak. It was used by King Rama V and was still used in ceremonies by his successors.
Now, the final building we're going to have a look at here at the palace is the Jumpot Pantip Centre of Arts building. Now, there are 2 parts to this building. The first is the Ban Chiang Artifacts Room. Here in the Ban Chiang house, there are 2 main exhibitions. The first is accessories, so stone beads, bronze bracelets and rings. And the second exhibition contains pottery, tools, and molds for making weapons. Somebody once said that if you really want to get to know a nation, you need to study its history. Thailand's history is reflected here in the precious artworks, the ancient artifacts, all related to Buddhism and bursting with the wisdom of Thai craftsmen. Thailand's story is everywhere here, and if you really want to get to know this country and its people, make sure you visit the Suan Pakkad Palace Museum. See you next time.
Love Bangkok. Help us by cooperating with Hmom Rachawong Sukhumpan Baripat, the Governor of Bangkok.